Hey besties, and thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and welcome if you're new. My name is Lindsay, and over here on this channel we love beauty, but specifically we really cannot get enough of fragrance. Now, one of you commented on a recent video saying, hey, can you do a fall perfumes video? And absolutely, I think I told you guys I was planning on doing that, and I know you guys need time for your fragrances that you do buy to, what's the word, macerate, to sit, marinate, I don't know. They need to sit, get darker, deeper, richer, all the things. So I need to do that immediately. Now, I live in Florida, so right now it's still super hot. But I know a lot of you are having cooler weather, which I am so jealous of. So let's go ahead and talk about all the fall perfumes that I cannot get enough of. Now, I think realistically, you guys know me. If you don't know me, hi, hello, I am an extremist. Either we're going to talk about like 5 perfumes or we're going to talk about like 27. So, we're going to talk about 10 in this video, and I definitely do have more, so just let me know if you guys want a part 2 and I will absolutely do that for you. By the way, I just got this. Isn't it stunning? It's the new Platine. Why is it not focusing? There we go. Gorgeous. Now for me, when it comes to a good fall fragrance, I look for a few different things. I love, love, love gourmands and colder weather always. Sweet, creamy, fluffy gourmands. I just love it. I love fall time spices. I love cinnamon so much in my fall fragrances. I even sometimes like a green note. Like for example, it's not in this video, but Vanilla Vibration from Zara I think is a fantastic fall affordable option because it does have that spice, but it also has this greenness that I love to it, that even though I said it's not a fragrance I would always gravitate towards, I think the fall time is absolutely perfect because it really is grounded so beautifully with the vanilla. So it's not like it's taking you outside. It's a perfect blend of that green spice and vanilla, and I think something like this is a great option for fall. Sorry, totally off topic, but yeah, sometimes I even like a bit of green in my fall fragrances, but not always. And then I also really love specific fruits, like I love apple, I love cherry. I think those are just wonderful for the fall time. And yeah, so I just wanted to give you like a little bit of a preview of what you're about to get so we can see if we kind of have like a similar outlook on fall fragrances, just to help you out if this is gonna be a fun video. So let's go ahead and jump in. Starting with Angel Share from Killian. Now you guys, I have had this on my radar for over a year now. I went in store and smelled it, I think, yeah, about a year ago when I first got to Florida, and I just fell head over heels. But it was kind of hot outside, so I did go ahead and opt for Princess by Killian instead, because for one, it's definitely more affordable, and then for two, I felt like it would be better for year round. That one is also great for full time, but also for any time in the year. This one is a boozy cinnamon apple. Like, you're really getting that apple filling in this perfume that I just love so much. It is beautiful. Now on the base, some people do find this perfume to be a bit too masculine on their skin. It is marketed as unisex, and I can understand that because of the woodiness at that base. If you don't like this one, I would definitely recommend, and for such a savings as well, Camera from Latafa, because that perfume definitely doesn't have that woodiness to the base as much, and you're also not getting that booziness. For me, that perfume is super spiced up though, so you have to love spices, cinnamon specifically, to love it. But for me, I just prefer this one. I love it. I think it just has so much to it. I love the cognac. I absolutely love that apple filling, even though they're not mentioning it in the notes. I really do get that. And I think for fall, for Thanksgiving, this is the perfect Thanksgiving perfume. I am going to wear it this year, and I know I'm gonna smell like I should be served up on that plate as well. So we have top notes of cognac, middle notes of cinnamon, tonka bean, and oak, and base notes of praline, vanilla, and sandalwood. So a lovely fragrance. really expensive, so if you can get it at a discount, I would seriously recommend going that way. I paid full price, but that does not mean that you should, because oh my goodness, I feel like I could really breeze through this. And the bottle is also so stunning. Such an experience. Let me show you camera, just so you can see it side by side as well. And funny thing, I don't think it was the first time that I went into the store and smelled this. Just like another time I was going in and kind of just pining over it, smelling it, adoring it. I sprayed it on my body and a woman walked past and immediately, what are you wearing? It was this. Next up is for my Gourmand girlies, my girls that love to smell sweet, edible, and delicious. This is Mason Mataha's Escapade Gourmand. Now, I brought this perfume on a girls trip, and every single one of them said this one was their favorite out of all the perfumes I brought. I think I brought about 8. Let me sit here and try to think which ones. I brought this one, Oriana from Parfums de Marly. I brought Burberry Her Elixir, Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, and a few others, but this was definitely their favorite by a long shot. So if you guys want something that is just universally gonna be loved by the Gourmand girlies, I think this one is incredible. It is burnt sugar, vanilla, tonka bean. You do get that benzoin in there, which I really do love. I think it just adds a bit of complexity and also warmth and sexiness to a fragrance that already is just so out of this world amazing. Now, it's not the most linear or complex fragrance in my opinion. To me, this fragrance just really does do good when you want to add some sweetness to other fragrances, or when you're just in the mood to smell like the burnt part of a creme brulee, which for me, that is pretty often. I do like to mix it with other perfumes, but I do also wear it on its own, and either way, it is always complimented. I am always loving my scent bubble, and I just find it to be so amazing. It does last pretty long on my skin. The projection's pretty moderate. For a few hours it's really good, but then after that pretty moderate, and I love it. So the notes of this one are top note of sugarcane, middle notes of vanilla and tonka bean, and base notes of benzoin and musk. I forgot the musk. Now when I want to feel like large in charge boss woman vibes, I love Valentino Donna Born in Roma Intense. This one is deep, dark, sexy. I love this one because it's warm and resinous, but also sweet from that bourbon vanilla and sexy. It's just such a beautiful, captivating fragrance. I love it for date nights. And when I first tried this on in Ulta and I left the store, I thought it was nice, but it wasn't until I opened the door and the wind really hit me that I smelled it and got that beautiful whiff, and I just fell in love with the fragrance. It is lovely. This is definitely not going to be for everybody. It's much more mature than the original, but if you do like a really warm, sensual, just really beautiful, bold fragrance, this is insanely beautiful. It's so captivating. I love the benzoin at the base. Again, it's one of my favorite sexy notes, and everything about this I just love. The jasmine in here is pretty earthy, so you have to be okay with that, almost like veering towards animalic, but not quite. It is so pretty, and I think because mine has sat for longer, it is getting even sweeter, so I really like this. It has top notes of bourbon vanilla, amber, middle notes of jasmine, and base note of benzoin. So again, it's warm, it's resinous, it's sexy, a bit earthy, and I love everything about it. It definitely gives like rich auntie vibes, but I am so here for it. And look at this bottle. I mean, come on. The Cherry Ambition from the 7 Virtues. It's actually my first like full-on cherry perfume, and also my first perfume from this house, and I do have to say I'm impressed. I don't want to say too much because I do want to do a full review, but I also want to give you guys all the information you need. I don't know what I should do. So it's really good. You do get that sour cherry, but I feel like the marshmallow, like the fluffy marshmallow edition, is really helping it from being too much for me, because a lot of cherry perfumes I've smelled go cough syrup, like straight up cough syrup medicine. And for me, I think this one, you get that marshmallow, but also at the base, this smokiness. You're getting that spice coming through from the pink pepper. Pink pepper is one of my favorite notes and fragrances, and pink pepper, marshmallow, and cherry being all in the same fragrance, I pretty much knew I was gonna love this. I think this is so sexy, so expensive. It does have a note of saffron, even though I don't pick that up too much, but again, it does smell really luxe. I'm not gonna say too much. I keep talking and I'm like, Lindsay, please stop, save stuff for the review. I want to tell you about longevity. It's pretty good, and the sillage is pretty moderate. I'm done. Okay, top notes of cherry, pink pepper, mandarin, and marshmallow. Heart note of cherry blossom, osmanthus, orris, and saffron. And base notes of vanilla, amber, musk, frankincense, and gaiac wood. Beautiful. Super sexy. Casablanca from Swiss Arabian is $33 on Joma Shop, and it smells so incredible. It's a gourmand that does have some maturity to it. It's not too ooey gooey sweet, and for me, when I think of fall time, I really do think of a juicy caramel apple, and that is exactly what this smells like. It smells like a Granny Smith apple wrapped in caramel, and then maybe with the grape on the side, because you do get that grape as well, which I think some people are gonna like and some people won't, because it almost gives it this smell of not staleness, but you ever eat something and then there's an aftertaste that you don't quite love. That is what it smelled like. At first when I got it, I thought, oh no, I'm not liking the grape in here. As it dried down, I love this, and it's warm, it's woody at the base. It's beautiful. I think there's also a note of iris in here, which I think works so well. It is absolutely beautiful and I love it. The notes are top notes of apple and grapes, middle notes of white woods, patchouli, and iris. The patchouli in here is not strong. Base notes of caramel, amber, suede, musk, and parabalsam. And honestly, that smell I'm getting is probably also coming from the suede note, because I don't have a lot of fragrances that do have that in my collection. And it did take some adjusting for me. Like, my nose had to adjust to it. But oh my goodness, once you start wearing it, you're gonna love it as much as I do. I really do think so. For number 6, I wanted to include both of these perfumes because I truly just love them together, but also on their own is great as well, especially this one. This one is Vanilla 28. We already know it is warm, amber, brown sugar, vanilla, amazing. It's gorgeous to mix with other perfumes or to wear on its own. It is just, it's beautiful. We all love this. We all know this. I don't need to harp about it. It is just a good one. And also tonka bean. The full notes in here are top notes of vanilla orchid and jasmine, middle notes of brown sugar and tonka bean, and base notes of amber, amberwood, musk, and patchouli. And the patchouli is really not super present in this fragrance. If anything, it just makes it smell a little bit more expensive. This one is so underrated. Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper. If you like the combination of rose and vanillas, I think this is just a no-brainer. It's pink pepper, rose, and vanilla. Done absolutely right. I love this fragrance so much. I think it also has a note of saffron. In general, it just smells so expensive, you guys. So if you do like this, but you find it to not have enough vanilla, I would definitely recommend mixing these two together. I think that's lovely for fall. And in general, it might be too much for some people in the spring and summer because it is quite heavy. It is intense, very long lasting, but I love it. Smelling it from the bottle, you might be a little, thrown off, especially from that rose, but put it on, it is so gorgeous, and I would say sexy. Very, very complimented fragrance. I love to mix it with so many. One that I really like to mix this fragrance with too is not Good Girl Blush, but, well, this one's good too, but also Good Girl, Very Good Girl. That one and this one together, You're gonna smell so beautiful, and I think it's a must. And this one has so many notes: pink pepper, saffron, bergamot, and royal lily at the top, Bulgarian rose, May rose, vanilla orchid, and magnolia at the middle, and base notes of amber, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. And it is pretty musky. That's the hard part. Like, where do you guys live? Let me know in the comments down below where most of you are living so I can kind of know when I do these kinds of videos. Now, depending on where you live is gonna kind of depend on if this fragrance is gonna be great for you for right now, but this one is Commodity Milk Expressive. This smells like you are with your loved ones. There's something very calming and very inviting and nurturing about this fragrance in the way that whenever I wear it, I think of my family and my closest friends, because typically I am spending the holidays and the colder months with them even more due to the holidays. So, you know, it just reminds me of family. I think it is so cozy, so warm. It's literally like getting all over. I don't know what happened to this bottle, but it smells like you're surrounded by your loved ones at a campfire, roasting marshmallows on a really cold night. It smells incredible, you guys. It is very woody. This one has ebony wood. This one has a note of marshmallow, so you do get that fluffy vanillic vibe. And there's also milk in here, which I know some people are gonna like, some people are going to dislike, but for me, I think it really just balances the notes of marshmallow and woodiness. It's so stunning. Also was kindly sent from the brand their discovery set, so let me know down below if you want to do like a full YouTube video trying out all the little samples and kind of talking about each one. But this one is absolutely stunning. The milk and the bold I love, or the gold, excuse me, I love, love, love those lines. This one is absolutely stunning, and out of all of them, I'm gonna say this is the one I would really need some cold weather for. Top note of milk, middle notes of marshmallow and natural musk, and base notes of tonka bean and mahogany, and you're really getting both of those base notes for sure. I wanna say also, sometimes when I smell it, I almost get something kind of almondy, but I'm not getting that today. I think that Burberry Goddess is the perfect transitional fragrance into fall. It has 3 different types of vanilla. It also has cacao, but I don't really pick that up, as well as that ginger, which you're really getting for added spice, and also lavender. I love the lavender in this fragrance. I find it to be so calming and almost add a touch of freshness. Super pretty. So even though there's 3 different types of vanilla and cacao, looking at the notes, you'd probably think it's way sweeter and syrupy and heavy than what it is. For me, I feel like between the spice added from the ginger and the calming element from the lavender, I think it is a beautiful balance of sweet and freshness, which I just really, really love. I love, love, love vanilla and lavender together. I love YSL Libre. I like Mon Guerlain quite a bit as well. I would say this one is like Mon Guerlain, but without that licorice note that sometimes bothers me, and then with added sweetness. It is so perfect. I like this more than Mon Guerlain. It's just more up my alley, and I think it's just so lovely. It reminds me of love, because it really just does calm me. It feels like I'm at home when I'm wearing this perfume, and it's just a lovely fragrance all around. So if you love the combination of lavender and vanilla, you really like that scent profile with that added spice, I think you're absolutely going to adore this fragrance. It is wonderful. Top notes are vanilla, lavender, cacao, and ginger. Middle note of vanilla caviar, and a base note of vanilla absolute. For number 10, I was between Delina Exclusive and also Oriana, and I opted for Oriana because I just really love this one. I love both so much, but this one is really what I like to wear when I want to be free, fun, let my hair down, dance around, have a good time. Like, the woman that wears this perfume is just a fun time to be around. I truly believe that. I think this one is just so incredible. It is very complimented. All the Parfums de Marly perfumes are. This one is citrus, raspberry, marshmallow, orange blossom whipped cream, fun, and it's just really gorgeous. Even though it's super duper sweet, I've heard it be compared to Killian's Love Don't Be Shy. I don't find this one to be as syrupy sweet, so I really like that. There's something in the base of this perfume that to me almost has that dryer sheet kind of texture. I know I've said it so many times, but I really just want you to know it has something mature about it that I do like, that keeps it from being just super juvenile, because you look at the notes and it's just like, whoa, a fun time, but it is still grounded, I do feel like. And I just love the texture. If you do want this same experience but not as much body, I do think that Zara's, what is it called? Yeah, Velvet Shadow from Zara for a similar experience. Not as much body, but I will say they are close. And for this one being under 20 and this one being over $300, I mean, I think if I would have known about this one first, I might have got it just to kind of hold myself off from getting this one. But I'm so happy I have this one. I love the bottle, I love the set inside, and I feel like this one, of course, is going to perform way better. But again, if you want this and you just do not want to pay that price point, completely understandable. I think this one is a very similar experience. Those were my fall perfume recommendations. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment down below if you want a part 2, and also let me know like your top 3 favorite fall fragrances in your collection to rock. I am just super curious. I love you. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, all the good things. It lets me know you love the content, and I will see you in the next one, besties. Bye!